Hey everybody, Build It here. So we're going to do the bed leveling, which thanks to, I think it's, I can't remember his name, Robert Grusek, something like that. Let me look it up, sorry guys. I believe it's Robert Grusek. We can find his name there. Robert Grusek. Let me put it where you can see it, so you can see his name. I may be saying it wrong, but Robert Grusek is his name right here. Robert Grusek. So Robert Grusek wrote some code, some script files basically, that run within Marlin. So he has two files that you can download from the files section on Facebook, which is configuration advanced.h and a new configuration.h file. Using these, you'll be able to set the actual height of your bed, how far it is, and do a bed leveling. Now, there's a couple of things that were giving me a problem with it, in that he's using the height that's directly on the metal plate. I want to use the height that utilizes the piece of wood that came with our printer as part of our Kickstarter. You know, when they made certain goals, they gave you the free items. This was one of the free items, was this piece of wood. So I wanted to use that to level to. So I had to change that one of the parameters in order for it to properly work. And that is, if you go into configuration.h, after you've copied the configuration.h from the site and copied it into the Marlin directory for the SRAM bot, then you'll, and the same thing with the configuration, then you can go in and change this parameter. And so this parameter is, you go into right here, it's a delta height. So he has like 277.2 as being, or something like that, or maybe 287.2, I can't remember now, I changed it. I changed it to 255.3 for mine. You might want to start there because then it won't crash the nozzle into the bed, which I crashed mine into the bed several times and bent the hell out of it. So that's what you're going to want to do. So I also printed out a circle that is 85 millimeters in diameter. That's really the size that your print bed is supposed to print, is 85 millimeters. So I'm using that as kind of a template. I'll show you in a minute what I'm doing over on the other page, on the other camera here in a minute. So I went in and changed my delta height to 255.3 because that's what matches what I'm doing. After you've got all that done, there's another thing you had to change, and I can't remember what it was called. It has to do with the printer, the actual name of the printer. I should have copied and pasted that into the Word document, and I will do that in a minute if I can find all Robert's stuff here that he has posted. Let's see. Nope, not there. There's configuration advanced and configuration.h. Let's see. If I can find it. Oh, he's kind of, I don't know where he has it at. Let's see. No, there's only one comment on that one. There's only one comment there. Let's see if it's here. Oh, that just has to do with the different display mounts that are available. So not in there. Let's see. Sometimes finding things is very difficult in Facebook. Maybe in here, in these 48 comments here. Not there. Maybe the 9 more comments. Right here. So what you have to do is you have to go into and find this if-ndef motherboard and replace the whole section. So Doesn't say where it's at though. So what I ended up doing was I went into here and I said Control F, which gives me a search, and I want to do look for the if indef. I've already changed mine to be this. I've already done this. Control C. I can just do it this way. Just find that one and go here and paste it into my search and search all sketch tabs so we find it. It might be in the advanced, I can't remember. So find, maybe, there. Find, and it's right there. Okay, so I've already put it in here. So if you find it, it's in it configuration.h. So if ndef motherboard, and put in this one instead of what was there, and then the indef. So just copy and paste those in. I will put it in the Word document that I am creating that has the directions on how to do the bed leveling and everything. I'll put it right at the very beginning here, or not at the very beginning, but after you copy it here. So I'll make a new one here, which we're going to call. Let's see. So I'm going to go there. All right. Control C, and I'll copy that into the Word document, so that way it's part of this Word document, and that'll take care of it. Unfortunately, he didn't. The numbering system he used is kind of flawed. Let's go here to 11 there. Okay, and we'll change the numbering to none, and then I'm going to put the numbering back to 1, 2, 3, and hopefully that will fix all this. No, didn't fix these guys. Don't know why. There. That will fix it. These things for me. And this one. 4. This will be 5. And that'll give me 5. Oops. And there's 6. I like to keep things kind of neat. This doesn't need to be defined as a number, or that one, but that's one step. Upload the firmware in printer, go to the following menu, and it should beep. Okay, that's cool there. So we're going to go back. Okay. Nope, nope. Go here, go here, go here. Nope. Okay, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Okay, so that gives us a 7. And then this will be 8. Maybe 8. Back that one up and not like that 8. And I'm gonna. I don't need to show you all this happening. You know, I'm kind of wasting your time here by doing this. I'll finish this later. But anyway, it has all the steps in here. I have them printed out already. I just showed you how to change the ones, so we're all set there. Now the only thing that's left to do once you've made those couple of changes, one that I gave you and the one that he says to do, is you just need to save it and then go in and say upload your sketch, and this will compile the sketch, then upload it to the printer. So while we wait for that to happen. It takes a little while. It's not instantaneous, unfortunately. You have to be connected to your printer, obviously, for this to work. Remember to connect your printer. Make sure you've gone into tools and make sure you have Arduino set. Make sure you're on the right COM port so that you can actually send it to your printer. It's uploading now on mine, and in a minute it'll be done. I'm not going to take my other camera off the tripod it's currently on. so that I can, where is it? There it is. So I can move it around. So we can do it, so we can do the, see what's going on. I can show you things that are happening with that camera. It'll be my handheld camera for right now. So I can get up close and personal with things. So what I'm going to do, I'll be switching cameras back and forth here. Let me find my... Okay, so we're done uploading. My sketch is uploaded. I'm going to switch the cameras here. Turn this camera off, turn this one on. Drag this camera over into the same space that that one was. And now we should see... Nope. Not talking to the camera. I hate when that happens. Why is it not talking to the camera? That happened to me the other day. I had to actually disconnect the camera and reset it again. No. I want to delete that. Remove it. And then I'll go and put add a camera. Come on. Come on, what's going on? It just locked up on me. Fuck. Alright, so I had a malfunction. The software that I used to create my things crashed and I had to restart it. So I'm going to have to edit these two pieces together. Anyway, so we're looking at obviously the print bed here. And I'm going to be running through now the setup. So now that we've got everything loaded into the printer, we can start the setup part of it. So the setup part of it is we need to go into, first we need to initialize the EEPROM by going into the control menu. So on the printer, I don't know if you can see this or not. I hope you can. Yeah, you can. On the printer, we're going to go into the control menu, and we're going to look for initialize double EEPROM. So what does double EEPROM stand for? Does anybody know? So double EEPROM stands for electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. That's what it actually stands for. So you hit it once and then you have to go back in and hit again and then it beeps. When it beeps, that means it's done what you wanted to do. So then the next step is to go in and click Restore Failsafe. So somewhere in here should be one called Restore Failsafe. So click Restore Failsafe. The next thing we need to do after restoring the failsafe is to actually store the settings. So right above it, about 2 spaces, is Restore Settings. Click. Oops. It didn't work. It changed on me. I got to go back. Store Settings. Right? Okay, so now we stored the settings. The next step after that now is to go into custom commands. I don't know if you can see this. It's really difficult because, sorry. I'm trying to see the screen at the same time here. If you don't get the right angle, it doesn't really show, you can't really see what's going on. Okay, so I'm going to try and go in here now and I'm going to go to, I believe it's Prepare. No, Commands. We're going into Commands. No. Custom Commands, I'm sorry. Custom Commands and Set Delta Height. So you push that, it's actually going to now home the printer and it's going to move it down toward the print bed. And it should stop just above our piece of wood and piece of paper. And so it's about 1 millimeter or 2 above. I don't know if you can see it or not. And you can't really see it. You have to be up a little bit higher for this to see that. But see, it's a little bit above the piece of paper there. And so now what you're going to do is just turn the knob to the counterclockwise, and that'll start lowering it down. So what you're going to do is you're going to roll it down until it starts dragging on this piece of paper, one sheet of paper, okay? You want to lower it until it drags on that. And just keep changing it and checking it, and changing it and checking it, and changing the value and checking it. And so right there, I'm just dragging the piece of paper just now. So I can feel a little bit of resistance on it. That's where you want to be. So now I'm going to hit, you press the button, and now it's going to go back home. Alright, so that's completed. So now after we do the delta height, we're going to go to prepare bed leveling. So now we're going to the prepare menu. So on the printer here, can you see it? Sort of. There's the prepare. And then we're going to go to bed leveling. And then we're going to go to level bed. And now it's going to home the printer, which it says home, and then click to begin. So click to begin means we're going to start going. So what's going to happen now is it's going to lower itself down. I'm going to bring my other camera that's on the tripod so you can actually see everything now. So I'm going to turn this camera back off. Turn that one off. Turn this one back on. Nope. Somewhere. Oh, wrong one. That's why. Turn that one off. All right. So now we have that. I'm going to drag this one over so we can use my little. It's on a little tripod, so I can use the little tripod to show you what's happening here. So right here, the printer, the thing is moved over to one side of the print bed. If you look at it straight on, you can see it's off to one side. Let me just print it back a little bit. Now you can see it's off to one side. And make sure that it's on the block of wood when you above the block of wood that you're using when you do this. And we're going to do the same thing. See, it's way above our piece of paper. You just start turning the knob and it'll start lowering it down. And once it starts dragging, once the piece of paper starts dragging, then just push the button, just like you did before. You're going to do this about a total of 9 times. And it's just iterative process. Okay, right there I'm starting to drag, so I'll push the button. And now it's going to move to a new location. And just do the same thing again. Just start lowering it back down again until it starts dragging the piece of paper. And you see I'm dragging the paper back and forth so I can see when it starts, so I can feel when it starts to drag on it. So it's just starting to drag right there. Now push the button. Now went back to the center for this next one, and it's about 1 millimeter above. So you're gonna have to lower it down, and like I said, keep checking the bed level as you go down. And right, I got a little bit too tight, so right at 0, perfect. It's just dragging. It says 0.00 on the front. Now it's going to go to the next point, and it's going to be about 1 millimeter above, and then we're going to do it again. Start lowering down and dragging the paper back and forth. I'll lower the camera down so you can see where it's at. Out of focus. I think it's out of focus. You can't tell. Yeah, it is. So let me see if I can focus the camera a little bit on that. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is this one? And configure video and camera control, and let's readjust our focus here, because I don't like it being out of focus. I like things being able to see what we're doing here. That looks pretty good. And I'll say apply, and I'll say okay, and then say okay, and now we're pretty well in focus now. So I'm doing the same thing I just did on the other 3 times. I'm lowering it down, and as soon as it starts dragging the paper, right, a little too much. I'm really tight right there. Right there. And now to the next location. And just like that, it's an iterative process. It's just do this 9 times. right there. I got it nice and tight right there. Now it's going to go to, for some reason at that point it has to push it twice. I don't know why. Push the button twice. Okay, right there. I'm right on it now. See, I'm just starting to drag. I can start feeling it. So another point, and we're just going to keep it just like this. It's just a repeat. I don't know if you can hear the motors turning as it drops down. Almost. Right there. Back to the center again. And right there it's dragging perfect. And now it's done. And that's it. That's all you gotta do. The bed is now level. So now the next step, last thing you need to do, now that it's done, is you actually need to go and store your settings. Your settings. So now we're gonna go into, I forget where it is. Control store settings. So we're going into control, right here. Click on it, and then we're going to go find store settings. And right there is store settings. I don't know if you can see that or not. I stored the settings and it beeped, so when I stored the settings, I'm going to push it again just to be safe. And that's it. It should all be leveled now. So that is the delta height and bed leveling in a semi-automated mode. And thank you, Robert Gusick, for doing that and preparing all that and doing all. That's a lot of work, I know, to create the software to do that, or the script in the software to do that. So thank you very much, Robert. It's much appreciated. I'm sure everybody else will enjoy that. I will put the video together and edit it and get it ready, and I will upload it to YouTube. So that will have everything there. The document, I'll finish cleaning up the document, and it will be uploaded into the files section on the Facebook page so that you can grab that. I'll also post it on my YouTube channel. Robert said he may edit things in the future. This is going to be saved as a PDF file. So I don't know if Robert can actually open and edit a PDF file or not, but he said he could, so I will believe that he can. And so that pretty well finishes this up. And thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you find this video helpful. If you do, give it a thumbs up, right? Show that you like it. All right, thank you very much. Build it out.